Hey everybody, this is Lindsay with Stampin' with Lindsay. I wanted to do another video featuring the Bubbles and Bubbly stamp set because it is retiring at the end of May, so this is your last chance to get it, and it is one of my favorites, and I'm pretty sad that it's retiring. But I also wanted to show you a new trend that's going around, and it's called simple stamping. So this is kind of what it's going to look like. You've got a simple basic card, and all you've got is stamps, so no embellishments, no Stampin' Dimensionals, just a simple basic card, yet it's still so cute. So you actually don't really need much to make this card. So if you're new to stamping and you don't have a lot of supplies, you really don't need much to create this card. The only thing extras I'm using with this card are some Stampin' Blends to color it, and the Wink of Stella just to give it a little bit of shimmer in the bathtub. I don't know if you can see that shimmer going on right there. Those are the only two extra things I'm using, but for coloring you don't even have to use Stampin' Blends. You could use whatever materials you have available. So really it's just simple. It's a great starter card, so I just wanted to show you how I made this. So I'll set my card aside here. I'll set the stamp set aside. Now what we're going to do is we're going to start out with our card base. So this is our Whisper White cardstock. And this is just a sheet of 8.5 by 11 cut in half. So I cut it on the long way. So now you've got, instead of 11, you've got 5.5. And it's still going to be 8.5 inches. And then I scored it at 4.25. So we're just going to fold this in half. And I'm going to take my bone folder so that I get a nice crisp fold here. So there you go. There's your base. And set that aside for now. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a strip of our Balmy Blue cardstock. This piece measures 5.25 by 4 inches. And that's so that when you fit it onto your card base, you've still got like a little white frame around your blue piece. Okay, and then what I'm also going to take is another piece of our Whisper White cardstock. This one measures 3.25 by 5 inches, and that's so that when you put it on your Balmy Blue, you've got then a blue frame. My first step now, I'm actually just going to glue this piece of Whisper White cardstock using our snail adhesive. I'm going to glue it onto the Balmy Blue cardstock. Okay. And then I'm going to take this layered piece of cardstock and put it on the card base. There we go. And now we're going to stamp. Now I'm going to use our Tuxedo Black Memento ink. I'm using this ink because I am coloring with Stampin' Blends, and this is the type of ink you're going to want to use if you're using any sort of alcohol-based marker. I'm just going to get this here. Now the first image I have is our lady in the bathtub. Just make sure I got it inked there. Good. I'm just going to put it towards the bottom middle of my card. And I'm going to use my Simply Chamois here to clean it off. As you can see, the chamois is well loved, and I do love this thing. Set that one aside. Now, next I'm going to get our little ducky and towel we got going on here. So ink that. That's going to go towards the bottom right. I'm going to use my chamois again to clean this off. And then we're going to stamp this little gift and side table here. That's going to go towards the bottom left of your card. Just like that. And use my Simply Chamois again to clean it off. Then I'm going to stamp my sentiment in the top left corner here. Just like that. Clean off my stamp. So you can see this is very, very simple. Now I am done with the Memento ink pad, so I'm just going to put the lid on it and set it aside. And now I'm getting out my Balmy Blue classic stamping pad. If you haven't seen our new stamp pads, actually, let me just grab an old one. So this is what our old ones used to look like, and you used to have to push it and flip it and slide it and click it into place. And they're a little stiff, and it was more of like a cloth-based stamp pad. Our new stamp pads work like this. You just, instead of having to flip, you just open it up, slide it into place, and then instead of being cloth, this is a spongier stamp pad, so they tend to hold the ink a lot better and ink your stamps better. And I'm going to use this color actually just to put some bubbles around on my cards. So I'm going to put some down here, and flip it and put some there, and flip it and put some here. That's it. Clean my stamp off. And close up the ink pad and set that aside. Now super quick coloring. I'm just going to color, she's got some champagne, so I'm going to use the Daffodil Light to color that in. And while I'm using the daffodil, I'm also going to color in the duck. So I'm using the Daffodil Dark just to kind of outline. And I'm going to use the Daffodil Light to fill in the little duck. I'm done with the yellow. Now I'm going to color her hair, and I chose to make her hair, she's a brunette, so I am going to take the dark crumb cake, kind of do the outlines of her hair, just like so. Then I'll take the light crumb cake and fill it in. Just like so. And now this is our Stampin' Blends Ivory. It's great for skin tones. So I'm just going to go and color her in. Actually, this color is very similar to my nail polish right now. So, just about done here. Now, as you can see, this is definitely a project you can color with anything. You don't need to use the Stampin' Blends. But it's what I have handy, and I really do enjoy them. I've actually had a lot of people tell me that they don't like coloring until they've used our blends, because they color so well that it makes it more enjoyable. So the color I'm using right now is the light smoky slate, and I'm just outlining the tub because I want the tub to still be white. So I'm just going to outline it in the light color. Just like so. Then I'm going to take the smoky slate dark for the feet. I'm just going to outline in the dark. Just like so, and fill it in with the smoky slate light. Okay, done with that color, so I'm going to set it aside. Now I'm going to take the same, so I used the cardstock that's Balmy Blue, so I've also gotten the Stampin' Blends Balmy Blue out. And I'm going to take the dark version of it and just outline the bubbles in the tub. Just like so. Just going to do a quick little job here. And then I'm going to take the Stampin' Blends light Balmy Blue, color in the rest of the bubbles, because she maybe used a blue bath bomb. So now she's got a blue bath. This is what I like about Stampin' Up! Is they have a lot of products that are the same color, so you can easily get your cards to match. So with me, I'm using the Balmy Blue cardstock and then a Balmy Blue bubble bath. Okay, now I'm going to take the dark soft seafoam. I'm going to outline both the towel, all these little creases here, as well as this little present over here. Then I'm going to take the light soft seafoam, color in the rest. Just like so, and then I'm going to use dark petal pink to outline our bow. And a light petal pink to fill it in. Oh, the only thing I'm missing, so I'm going to go back to our crumb cake blends, and I'm going to take this and just color the top of our little table here. And I'll just show you. So I'm essentially done. The only other thing I'm going to do just to give it a little extra is I'm going to use our Wink of Stella brush. Now what this does is it's got sparkles in it, so it fills up here and it comes out on this little brush tip. And I'm going to make her champagne glass sparkle, as well as her bubble bath. Just like that, and that's it. I don't know if you can see those sparkles or not. It's not the easiest in this kind of lighting. I don't know, I can see it there. I don't know, hopefully you can see the shimmer. Anyway, so that's it. That's your simple stamping card for today. Super adorable. You really don't need much, and it features this great Bubbles and Bubbly stamp set. Like I said, this is only available to the end of May, so you have 16 days left. If you want to know how you can get your hands on this, just send me a private message, and we can work on getting you the stamp set before it's too late, okay? Hope you guys have a great day, and thanks for stamping with me.